Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, January 11th, 2018. And today in our Tech News Update, Microsoft is kind of coming back at it again with a series of ads that talk about the multi-layered security features of Windows 10 that makes it a great upgrade to stay safe and prevent ransomware. Of course, we have that kind of coming back from time to time. Also, there are a lot of talk about how Windows 10 is least affected by the, fixes in the speed that it's going. And, just taking the opportunity, I guess, to continue and make Windows 10 and try to have people upgrading to Windows 10. Well, Mac OS 10.13.2 has a security flaw. Now, last year, we had the security flaw where if you were a guest, you could just, kind of press enter and enter no password, and you'd eventually get full access to the Mac, which was kind of an embarrassing flaw. This time it's not as bad because you got to be logged in, so you can't do it if you're not logged in. But if you go to the App Store preferences, you can actually view them, change them, and do whatever you want. Because whatever password you enter, it doesn't matter. It gives you access anyway. So of course this will be fixed in a update. So talk of Windows that have some issues with machines that won't boot up. Well, after some patches to fix the Meltdown and Spectre security flaw in Ubuntu, it seems that some Ubuntu computers are also not booting up. So it shows you that not just Windows is affected by sometimes having difficulty creating good patches, and apparently some Ubuntu users complaining that they can't boot their machines anymore. Well, the new Samsung phones, as Samsung has announced, new Samsung phones sold in the US and Canada will have a FM radio chip that will be enabled by default. So that's kind of a good idea, because why not have a FM radio in your phone? So this is apparently going to be on pretty much every new model that is shipped in the US and Canada. One very funny moment yesterday at the Consumer Electronics Show, as everybody was doing their demonstrations and keynotes and showing things that work and that do miracles of technology, until a huge power outage where everything went dark, and suddenly we kind of understood that without power, all of these little Internet of Things devices and gadgets simply don't do anything anymore. Well, it seems, and there are some users that are starting to actually complain about it, that with the fix for the Spectre and Meltdown security flaw in Windows, now we have Microsoft that kind of told us yesterday that the older devices are more affected than newer devices. But there's one operating system that suffers also more than others, and it's Windows 7. They're starting to have some blog posts of people saying, look, my Windows 7 machine is now really slow compared to what it was. And does that mean that some people will be kind of forced to move on to some, newer machine with Windows 10 perhaps? Well, it seems that Windows 7 is really having a bad time with the latest update. An interesting case, we talked about it in a news bulletin last year, I do remember. And it's something that was kind of surprising. So we have a malware called Fruit Fly. It was part of thousands of Mac computers for as much as 10 years, if not more. According to Malwarebytes, maybe up to 13 years, without no one ever detecting it. So now what we know is that a Ohio man was arrested. It would seem that that man is behind this malware. It took and gathered pictures from hard drives, stole tax records, all sorts of personal data, and took pictures from the webcam, had audio recording from the microphone. Kind of a scary thing, especially considering the fact that for more than a decade it was really undetected. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But wow, pretty amazing case here. A bug that was, of course, announced in December for the Oracle products. Basically, what happened is that it was there for a while, and it seems that some bad guys actually took the time to use that security flaw in Oracle servers, and they used them to mine, and actually they mined $226,000 worth of Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, but of cryptocurrency. And the good news in that news, well, they didn't steal any data. They weren't interested in anything in there. They just wanted to mine Bitcoin. And finally, a security expert says that after actually doing a little survey, 88% of employees in the enterprise have absolutely no idea of what are the security policies in the workplace. They often do things that are not permitted without knowing it. They often surf the web when, for a lot of enterprise, it is something you should not do, and they just don't deal correctly with emails and email attachments. And they say this is probably the #1 security of all your business, and that needs to change. And so this was the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, January 11th, 2018. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.